And St Kilda from Marvel Stadium.
Since 2012, the winner really in that top 8 tonight. Cripps gets the first little touch, it didn't go anywhere. Martin was over the ball, still Hanbury. Ross out the back, okay. Billings' little ball didn't go far well. Pinate back he goes to Cripps. Wobbles it into the forward 50. Clark sort of looked away before he really had it. And then Hill around the corner. Does he get enough on it? He does.
Bruce has got the job on Sam Doherty coming into the team. Nice little intercept mark there by Wilkie.
But maybe the first shot of the night. No, he's going to push it to King. He gets a good look and he takes a beauty. Dies BT, isn't he?
Jump at the ball, but it was his ability to put in some forward pressure and craft him away to get that space.
So 4 goals, 2 from set shots in his brief career today. Didn't play last year. He's guided at home, and the Saints get the first of the night.
But this is better.
Martin trying to spot up someone on the lead, and he had in 2012, and he's pulled it after that build-up.
Curnow got it back to centre field. Back inside that 50. Caulfield coughed it up, actually. Good hands by Gibbons. And is that the young fan going back? Good stuff to Plowman. Kick, not really to the advantage of Kai. Gee, that is a good mark.
That was fantastic mark by Long.
Clear out.
Great courage.
Out. Where you are,
Not dissimilar to Bontempelli, Job, last week in some ways, was it?
That's right.
So Long with that 50-metre penalty, scrubbed the ball out wide to Membry. So they've sort of made a bit of a meal of this in the end. Quick hands back to Long, back to Wilkie, back to Hill, normally constructive. Just patting out wide. Loney from about 45 metres caresses the ball, going ordinarily through. Yes, now it goes through. Battle.
It wasn't pretty, but it was constantly moving, which meant that the Carlton defence had to constantly adjust. And again, it was a really clever kick. He shaped as if he was going Moore's corridor and then pulled it towards the goal square right at the end. And a little bit fortunate, but sometimes you've got to take that beat.
Hobbling it. Caulfield stretches it wide. Wilkie, natural left footer. Loney, a lefty. Now, can he get? Yes, he does. Kent, so he's going to go the short way and finds the target.
With 7.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. This for a fast start for the Saints. Looking for 3 in a row. He missed. Left foot around the corner. That's a beautiful ball to the equally well tattooed Membry. And Membry on the lead, and here comes Geary. There is Geary, gettable range, just inside the 45, he's got it. That was always going to come back a little the other way.
Nothing more than playing a defensive forward role, and even though Sam Doherty's sitting on the bench, he kicks a goal, which Lingy, you...
High numbers, some of these St Kilda players.
You, mate.
Neat looking kick to full forward. Marsh on the end of it.
Dangerous position, and it was set up on a King, I think, but...
So 45 metres out.
And ball came on that occasion. The Blues, Casbolt gives it off here to Noons. Noons goes inside 50. Almost a mark, not paid to well. Picked up by Betts. Round the corner, Betts kicks the goal. And the Blues bite back straight away.
The Blues midfield and half-back line to share the ball. Everyone gets a touch and kicks into an empty forward line, a one-on-one contest, and then Eddie Betts. Beautiful crumb and his ability to finish on the turn. And sometimes everyone just needs a touch of the ball to get their
draft. So he struck it well now. Has he got the journey? Not quite. Marked it, he got it to Williamson. So Simpson. And then Gibbons on the left. Very wide. Mackay had to wait for it. All Betts from the pocket. No.
Kept it alive. So did Kent. Now Marsh around back to Kent. Good tackle on that occasion from Williamson. Well done. Picked up by the big fella. And holding the ball. So Membry with the left foot, with the right foot banana. And he comes very difficult, got it too much to the near side.
The defensive role on Doherty. Marshall so impressive. Kicks on that Geary. That is a great one-on-one mark. 2 goals in a match?
It's a very good question, Bruce. You have to go to the history books.
I'm sure we'll have the answer shortly, but this could be something. I mean, when Rats put him there, Joe, but I don't reckon he thought he'd have 2 to his name at quarter time. Let's see if he does. Yes, yes, you betcha! From the fringe to the festival tonight. We're enjoying it on a Thursday night, but it's the Saints on top. There is Cripps. Can he get clean possession? She still did well there, didn't he? Just worked him away. Geary, the star of that opening quarter with a couple of goals. Only the second time he's ever had multiple goals. And now Gresham on the end of it. Gets inside 50. Goes right to the top of the goal square. Bouncing through for a goal.
They'll be really happy again with this fast start, this St Kilda side.
Very deliberate act. Jones immediately looking for Martin, knocked away from him by Caulfield. Picked up by, on that occasion, Hill. St Kilda into attack. King has marked again. And he looks good when the ball's at the highest point.
Put the mark, walk away.
Even just his kick, it probably sat on his head a little bit, but King's ability to stretch up and his size just meant that it was out of reach for Wiedering to spoil.
Butler it was, the kicker. Put it to the advantage of King. He comes in and King gets his second goal as well.
So the Saints, just repeating that, Joe, 10 inside 50 marks so far in this match. That's what they averaged this year for the whole game.
Yeah, and
Setterfield got it from Murphy. So a couple of touches to Murphy in this turn. Mackay, that was clever, but he goes to ground. Little handball okay. Gets to Noons. And then Noons are to be patient. They need a goal. Across the face. Marshall made a good contest.
that comes through a tunnel.
Well, why don't you start aiming effectively then? Not just you, but the football world. In there fighting hard is Ross. Comes out with the ball on that free kick given away by Noons there. Butler to Billings. Billings now goes inside 50, looking for Marsh. Spoilt well. Kent was the front and centre. The straightening ball is good as well. And Battle mark.
Opportunities and entries.
Battle to become the third two-goal kicker of the night. Miss it.
Off long, so Noons barrels it back to McGovern. Has to get on the move. Does get on the move. Centering ball to Martin. Martin wider to Plowman. Plowman wider. Doherty can kick a goal. 45 metres out.
Sam missing that tackle that he'd normally make there. Over the top, Jones. Butler out the back door. Danger, 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 danger. Butler's going all the way. Danger, 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 danger. Butler! Butler, Butler, Butler! What about that?
Well,
Joe, the best thing about this is he's not an expensive Butler, this fella, is he?
That's right. Sometimes you've got to pay 60 cents on the dollar, Bruce. And what's been so evident is because the St Kilda players are going to honour each other and they're going to share.
And it'll be a down the field free kick. So can they make something out of this? Cripps goes high, very, very high. Mackay was there, interrupted his run. That's a free. That'll be a Mackay free. Advantage paid out the back door, and away they go.
Well, here's how it happened for him. So
Holding Carlton.
Going to settle him down, isn't it? Because he had a quiet night against the Bombers last week. He was left out of tonight's team. Gets a second talent. We know that. Just getting that body set for the rigours of AFL. And there is Cripps. Now, Lindy talked about the fact they shoved him forward, and there's a first really big result out of that. He hasn't got a long leg. We know that. Themselves. This is a big kick. This is a big kick for Martin. Is it going to come back? It's not.